If you're constantly telling yourself that you're going to post, but every time you get ready to post, you freeze, then this live is for you. No more not knowing what to say whenever in order to get people to buy from you. No more not knowing what content to post in order to get people to get engaged with you. In this live video, I'm going to be sharing with you tips on how I use AI in order to plan 30 days worth of content. I mean, you can totally plan more than that, but I'm going to start you off with the foundation so that when you're putting out your content, one, you always know what you're going to post. And two, you always know what you're going to say in your videos to get people to buy from you without sounding salesy. So now you no longer have to worry about, okay, what content should I post today? Instead, you get to show up confidently serve and sell your audience. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. This live is for six-figure coaches where you already have an audience online, but you're not really sure what to say in order to convert them into customers. You're not really sure what to do in order to convert them into customers. Currently, you're telling people to head to the link. And when they do that, your view count is going up. But when it gets to the checkout page, they're not actually checking out. So I want to show you how you can fix that. This live is also for the ambitious business owner where you're capped between 8 to 10K months. But when it comes to showing up on social media, you're accustomed to getting sales through word of mouth and referrals. But when it comes to showing up on social media, it seems to be really difficult. I'm going to be showing you how I use AI in order to plan 30 days worth of content so that now when you're showing up, your next strategy is just to sell. So thank you all so much for tuning in. If you're coming in right now, feel free to let me know what city you are tuning in from. I am in New York City. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, crack of dawning. So tell me what city you are in so I can shout you out. If you are a business owner, you can feel free to drop the name of your business in the chat and I will shout you out as well. I love doing this because a lot of the reason why some of you aren't getting the sales that you desire on social media is because not enough people are seeing you. So imagine now you drop the name of your business in the chat. We get to shout you out to those who are actually joining us on this live. And now instant visibility, right? So again, I'm giving you two call to actions. If you are a business owner, you could drop the name of your business in the chat so I can shout you out. If you're not a business owner, feel free to let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm in New York City. Let me know if we have anyone from Arizona, if we have anyone from Florida who's tuning in, anyone from India, so we can go ahead and shout you out. And as you're coming in right now, I want you to grab your notebook and grab your pen, take note, take action, make some money, honey. Why? Because action takers are money makers, not time wasters. We're going to be together today for about an hour, and I'm going to be dropping a lot of gems to help you consistently create content and sell to your audience. So if you're a business owner and you have been using social media, but your engagement has been low, your views have been low, and every time you ask people to buy from you, it's crickets. I'm going to show you how you can turn around as I show you how to create content using AI to be consistent so you can serve your audience. Hey, Keith. Hey, Vanessa. How you doing? We got Shannon from Florida in the building. Thank you, Shannon. Shannon, is it hot down there in Florida? It's finally getting hot here in New York, by the way. Like it's been really cold lately, but now it's actually getting hot. All right. So the one thing you can do for me as I am sharing these tips is that you engage with me. Drop comments in the chat if it's resonating with you. You can drop questions in the chat if you have any questions. I will be happy to answer you. And double tap the screen, like the video. The more you like this video, the more that social media will push it out. So if you're on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, or YouTube, feel free to like this video because the more the platform will push it out. And then if I'm dropping gems and it's really resonating with you, don't keep it to yourself. Go ahead and hit the arrow at the bottom right-hand corner. Share this live with friends. Invite them in. Why? Because I'm going to bless you today. My goal with everyone who I'm talking to is to help you scale from 6 figures to 7 figures. And that's by using powerful marketing strategies with your social media so that you can reach a larger audience. There's a lot of you who are tuning in right now where you're getting sales through word of mouth and you're getting sales through referrals, right? Which is awesome because you were able to build your business that way. But now you're ready for the next level. And part of you is like, that next level is on social media. However, you have been accustomed to, if you just post your video, you'll go viral. and you've been doing that and not going viral and wondering why people aren't buying from you, I want to correct those misperceptions today and share with you a content strategy that I use with AI so that I can actually have consistent content that always speaks to my dream clients. And now you can have the same thing too. So thank you all for tuning in today. I see Shannon said that. Let me see. Shannon said it's hot and humidity. Oh gosh, it's hot and humidity is bad. Luckily for you, Shannon, you have hopefully central AC. In New York City, it's not common for us to have central AC, but I do have an AC. We just don't need it yet. All right, let's jump into this. Who am I? I'm Shamar Star Cox, TV producer and marketing coach. My goal is to help 6 and 7 figure business owners create binge worthy content that gets them seen and paid on social media. Why binge worthy? Because whatever you binge, you buy. Think about it. There are a lot of you on here where you have Netflix, you have Hulu, you have YouTube, whatever it is, you are paying for it every month because you get to binge. And so what do? I teach you how you can create that same exact experience on your page so that you can now take your audience from just browsing to binging to buying. That's the strategy. It works every single time. I promise you, every time I teach that strategy to someone, they're starting to get clients that come in. Oh, thank you all so much for the love. That is really helping out with pushing this live out. So again, today I'm going to share with you how I use AI to plan 30 days of content. But here's the thing, it's not any old content, right? So if you are an influencer or content creator, this can work for you. But this strategy is really for business owners, service providers, and coaches where you want to sell through your content. You're currently getting sales through word of mouth and through referrals, but you want to know, how can I reach a larger audience? How can I sell in my videos without feeling salesy? How can I reach my audience without embarrassing myself? That's where some of you are right now. You want to be on video, but you're afraid to share your expertise because you wonder, do I know enough? You wonder, am I going to reach my people? You wonder, am I going to embarrass myself? You wonder, are they going to leave bad comments? So I want to share with you how you can overcome all of those things and be able to reach your audience so that you can get to the next level in your business. Hey, Kwanda, honey, thanks for joining me today. All right, so I want to share this quick story with you, and then we're going to go into 3 tips on how I use AI to plan 30 days worth of content. Oh, yes. Thank you, Keith. Keith says, Star helps to clarify this social media world. Appreciate her. Thank you so much. Keith is with us in the 5-day challenge right now that I'll share with you in a little bit. But let me go into this story, and then I'll drop some tips for you on how you can use AI to plan 30 days worth of content, right? So I remember when I first started posting videos in 2021. That's when I first started on Instagram and TikTok, posting content full time. I was shooting a particular video, but in my mind, I was so nervous. I was so scared. Why? Because I kept thinking, what if people judge me when I post this video? How many of you have ever felt that way? Like you're hesitating to post content because you're wondering, what if people judge me? At that time, my background didn't look like this. At that time, I wasn't shooting content full time. So I had boxes and stuff in all of my corners. I wondered if people would judge the way I look, would judge my outfits. So I remember feeling so insecure shooting that video. Who am I talking to right now? Where you'll shoot the video, but your insecurity won't allow you to post the video. Or for some of you, you tell yourself, I'm going to shoot this video, but your insecurity tells you, oh, well, you know what? We can do it tomorrow. And you keep pushing it off for tomorrow, keep pushing it off for tomorrow. Next thing you know, a month goes by and you have not shot or posted any content, right? I've been there. You're not the only one. So there I am. I'm shooting this video and I'm so nervous. I don't want to be seen because what if people can see the real me? What if they'll see me and they find out that I'm a fraud? All these things were going through my mind as I'm shooting the video. Now I'm editing the video. And as I'm editing the video, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I'm going to post this video. That's where some of you are right now. You have a bunch of videos in your drafts folder that you have yet to post because, oh, I don't have time. Oh, I'm working with my clients. Oh, this, oh, that. When in all actuality, you're just afraid to post it because you think someone's going to judge you. You're afraid to post it because you're afraid to get bad comments. I was there too. So after I'm done editing the video, I put it to the side. It also sat in my drafts folder. I did not want to see that video ever again because I don't want anyone to see my background or what it is that I look like, right? But there came a day that I actually ran out of other content to post, and it was time for me to post this particular video. And I'm just nervous at this point, right? I remember covering my eyes and I remember holding my breath. So I'm covering my eyes, I'm holding my breath now, and I'm getting ready to post the video. And I hit post and I throw my phone across the room. I never want to see that video again. I never want to see my phone again because I already know it's not going to do good. How many of you have been there before? You've already convinced yourself your video is not going to do good, even though you posted it. You done spoke a word curse over it. You already know it's going to get low views. I've been there too. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, feel free to drop a yes in the chat so I know that I'm not the only one, right? And so, oh, I finally get to pin this. It's awesome. All right. So there I am now. I posted it at 8 o'clock in the morning. And by 12, I posted at 8 o'clock in the morning on Instagram and TikTok. By 12 p.m., that video came back to me in a Facebook group. That video went viral so fast, my head got whiplash. So fast. So here I was thinking to myself that the video is not going to perform. It's not going to do good. People aren't going to judge me. People aren't going to like it. Only for me to find out that the video went viral. That video that is sitting in your drafts folder could be the one that reaches all your dream clients, could be the one that TikTok pushes out, could be the one that Instagram makes go viral, but it's sitting in your drafts folder. And here's what I learned that day. I learned that social media is the fastest way to get your message out there. It is the fastest way to get your message out there. Guess how many people you can reach with a 30-second video in just 30 minutes? The possibilities are endless, but for me, I've reached at least 2,500 people in 30 minutes with a 30-second video. How many people are you reaching with word of mouth and referrals? I want you to think about that. And there's no shots fired at word of mouth and referrals. I get referrals into my business too. But if you want to scale to your next level, it is time for you to reach more people in a short amount of time. That is the best way for you to be able to scale. So my question to you is, what is allowing you to be seen? What is allowing you to reach your people? There's something that I teach all of my clients, and I want to teach it to you now so you can actually take this. You can get it in your soul. You can get it in your bones. I want you to take this, and I want you to even repeat after me. And if your thumbs are free, feel free to drop it in the chat. When people see me, they pay me. One more time. When people see me, they pay me. May I offer that if you're not at the ideal payment that you want to be at yet, it's because not enough people are seeing you. So how can you shift that? How can you shift so that more people can see you? Thank you so much, Keith. Right? So that more people can see you. Social media. It allows you to do that. I want you to imagine your ideal clients finding you on social media every time you post. This isn't to replace what you're doing in your business now. It is to add to it. If you are making 8 to 10K months right now and you want to get to 15 to 20K months, what got you to 8 to 10K is not going to get you to 15 to 20K. If you are already making 30 to 50K months right now and you want to get to 100K months, what got you to 50K months is not what's going to get you to 100K months. You need a marketing strategy and a marketing plan that you can be able to reach your audience consistently and bring them in consistently. And that's where the Convert Content to Cash Challenge comes in. That's where we get to help you to be able to reach more people in a short amount of time so you can get more sales in a short amount of time. But here's the thing, you got to be ready for it. Because if you are not accustomed to making a lot of money in a short amount of time, it's going to be really hard for you to create the content that's going to sell to your audience. There are some of you in here, you're not even at 6 figures yet. Hey, Duina, how you doing, honey? Thank you for writing that in the chat. There are some of you in here, you're not even, hey, thank you, Art Life Dad. You're not even at 6 figures yet. You want to be at 6 figures, but you're stuck in this rut of selling low ticket. Ain't nothing wrong with low ticket. But the caveat with selling low ticket is you have to reach a lot of people. If you have a $25 offer and you want to hit 100K months, you have to reach thousands upon thousands of people in order for you to do that. But if you have a $10,000 offer and you want to hit 100K months, you only need to reach 10 people, right? So there's some of you, you haven't hit six figures yet, and you've convinced yourself, I should sell low ticket because it'll be easier for people to buy from me, right? I just want to let you know right now, it's actually easier for people to buy from you when you're selling high ticket because people recognize quality. And the strategies that we teach in the challenge is to show you how you can actually reach premium buyers, ready to buy buyers, where when they see you show up, their next thing is not that they're clicking your link, is that they are actually DMing you and saying, hey, how can I work with you? How can I buy from you? Wouldn't you want that? How much different would your social media efforts be if you were getting comments that said, how can I buy from you? How can I work from you? As opposed to, you're so inspiring. Wow, that was great. Cute outfit. That's what some of you are getting right now. So you're so inspiring. I used to be there too. And when I shifted my content to actually sell to my audience, to serve my audience, guess what started happening? Ka-ching, ka-ching. Started hitting six figures in my business and taught other people how to do the same thing. So if you're in here and you're like, that's what I desire, that's what I want, join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge. I hope that my button is here someplace. I saw it before. I don't even know if it's still here anymore. Let me see. On TikTok, you should be able to hit my Service Plus button. If you don't see it, that's okay. But everywhere else, if you're watching on Instagram, if you're watching on LinkedIn, you could feel free to DM me the word challenge accepted, and I will personally send you an invite to the challenge. If you are watching on YouTube, you can wait till the end of this video. I'll actually drop the link in the comments so that you can get access to the challenge. In the challenge, our goal is to help you create content that sells to your audience in 5 days or less. Why 5 days or less? Because I can see you. I know exactly what it feels like to be following this guru and that guru who's telling you to hop on trends, to post 3 or 4 times a day, to work on your hooks, to do this, to do that. And you're doing all the things and you're extremely exhausted and you're not seeing the results that you desire. It's been 3 months, it's been 6 months, it's even been a year for some of you. And you are starting to convince yourself that social media just doesn't work for you. But in all actuality, social media does work for you. You just got to be able to put out the content that's going to attract your audience to you so that they can buy from you. And so what we show you in the challenge is so that you can be able to see results in 5 days or less. So if you want to join us, feel free to DM me the word challenge accepted, no matter what platform you are on. And on YouTube, I'll go ahead and drop the link in the chat so that you can get access to it. Oh, thank you so much. Doina is with us on right now on YouTube, and she took the challenge last year. She said that was a great challenge when I participated. I learned so much, and she's doing amazing on YouTube, by the way. Your content keeps popping up for me, Doina, that's for sure. All right, let's jump into this. I'm going to be sharing with you how I use AI to plan 30 days of content and how you can use it for your audience too, right? Now, here's the thing. When you're using this content strategy, the goal isn't just to grow your following, just to grow your following, okay? The goal is to grow your following and get sales. That's the goal, because social media, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, these are your free marketing tools. What do I mean by that? I mean that you don't have to pay for ads. You just don't. All you have to do is show up, reach your audience, and then you will be able to sell, right? So I want to show you exactly how you can do that. Yes, come on, Keith. Keith says, seeing results on day one, speaking the truth. Awesome. Yes, Keith is in our challenge right now. Him and his wife, they're doing amazing in the challenge. All right, let's go into this. Hey, Lena, honey, how you doing? I'm in a great mood. Clearly, I'm just shouting y'all all out today. All right, so what I'm going to walk you through is 3 things. Direction. If you're taking notes, this is where you want to take notes. Direction, reflection, and conversion. So one more time, direction, reflection, and conversion. So how I plan 30 days of content using AI, most people just jump straight into ChatGPT and they start telling Chat, hey, this is my idea for content. Please give me some 30 days of content ideas, or please give me 60 days of content ideas. How many of you have ever done that before? I didn't. I should stop raising my hand. I did not, right? That is not a good way to use your ChatGPT. If you just jump in and you ask for content ideas, what's going to happen is it's going to give it to you, but it's going to give you content ideas that doesn't speak to your dream client. And our goal when we're on social media is to speak to your dream client. Why? Because that's who you want to buy. It's not enough just to grow your following. I know what it feels like, right? You want to grow your following because in your mind, you're thinking more followers equals more dollars. But let me tell you right now, I used to go viral 4 years ago and I would grow my following very largely and it did not lead to more dollars. What led to more dollars was having an offer that they can actually buy from me. Right. So I want to show you how you can use ChatGPT without just asking for content ideas first, what your strategy should be if you're going to use ChatGPT. And you can use this strategy with any AI tool if you want to use it for Centra. I have a business mentor where she loves using Centra. So I'm walking her through this strategy as well using Centra. I'm not going to front. The writing on Centra is actually pretty good. It's pretty good, right? So instead of asking for content ideas, the first thing that you want to do is you want to identify your content pillars with chat. Well, let me take it way back. The first thing you want to do is you want to give your AI tool a prompt. And here's the prompt. I'm only going to say it 2 times, right? So try to write as fast as you can. The prompt is take on the mind of a as a master marketeer who specializes in social media marketing and sales, right? So that's the prompt. I'm gonna say it one more time. Some of you are like, I can't write that fast. The replay will be available on LinkedIn and YouTube. So take on the mind of a master marketeer who specializes in social media and sales. There's a reason why you want to do that, because when you are prompting your AI next, it will now just only pull information as a marketeer, right? So already some of you are like, what? I didn't know you could do that. Yes. There's a lot of you that just go to your AI tool and you just start giving it prompts, but you want to give it a direction first. It has to have a direction first. And I do this with everything. If I'm doing sales, I'm telling it to take on the mind of a salesperson. If I'm hiring, I'm telling it to take on the mind of an HR person, right? So you want to get into the habit. I know that is a hack that nobody talks about. That's typically what I just teach my clients, and that's it. But I wanted to share that with you all so that you can have that for your tool as well, right? So now you've already given your AI a direction. It's thinking like a marketeer, a master marketeer who specializes in social media and sales. The next thing that you want to do is you want to give your AI what your content pillars are for your page. So what do I mean by content pillars? Your content pillars are the themes of your page. 1 to 3 is okay. Anything over 3 can be a little exhausting. So what are the themes of your page, right? So I'll give you an example. Oh, did it freeze, JT? Let me know if you can still hear me. And if you all are on YouTube or Instagram, let me know if I'm frozen or if it's still going. Right? So I'll give you an example of what pillars could be. If you are a relationship coach, right? Your pillars could be self-love. It could be healthy relationships, right? Okay, thank you, Keith. It could be self-love. It could be healthy relationships. You could do 2, or you could add a third one if you want to. It could be mindful dating, right? If you are a fitness coach, your pillars could be healthy eating. It could be working out tips, right? So you can choose what it is that you want it to be. Now, why is this important? It's important because you want to have a focus for the content that you're putting out. There are some of you who are business owners right now, and what you're doing is you're putting out content that means nothing to your dream client. You want to put out content that speaks to your dream client, right? And so in order to do that, you got to know what it is that they desire. Now, some of you are probably like, well, how do I come up with these content pillars? These content pillars come from who your dream client is. So if you don't know who your dream client is, you're going to choke on this part right here, right? Because you can't jump into the pillars until you identify who is this dream client, what are their pain points, and what do they desire. Once you have that identified, now you can identify the content pillars. Yes, thank you, Shannon. Shannon said this is good, right? So I was helping my business mentor, because what she does is she helps people who they haven't hit 6 figures yet. They're probably at 50K for the year, how they can actually scale their business to 6 figures and 7 figures. And we were actually identifying her content pillars. And one thing that she was doing was she was doing the content pillars based on what she wanted her people to see. That's another big mistake that business owners do. You're doing your pillars based on what you want your audience to see. But guess what? How many of you know that people only buy what they want to buy? They don't buy what you want to sell them. They buy what they want to buy. So you want to put out content that they want to see. So let me give you another example, and then I'll give you another example from one of my former clients. Her name is Christina. I give her example all the time because I mean, it just worked so well, right? So Christina, she's a career coach, and she had 3 content pillars. Her content pillars was resumes, interviews, and negotiations. That's her content pillars. All 3 of those pillars are great, but it's only one of these pillars that when she's creating content, people buy. You want to know what it is? It's resumes. It's resumes. That's the point of our content pillars. Our goal when we're putting out our pillars is to have a theme for our page and to identify which one of these themes is a selling point. Okay? Why are we doing this? Because we're not influencers. Influencers and business owners, we make our money 2 different ways using social media. Influencers, they make their money from the platform, they make their money from brand deals. Bravo to them. But as business owners, we make our money by converting our followers into customers. So all of our content has to be focused towards them. All of our content has to be focused towards them loving what it is that we're sharing, right? And your content pillars help you to do that. So once you have your 3 content pillars, right? The next step you want to do are your content topics. So each pillar should have about 30 topics underneath each one. Guess what? What is 30 times 3? 90. With that, you actually now have 3 months worth of content just from filling in your content topics. That's it. I start all my clients that way, right? Now, here's the thing. I won't be able to teach this right now because I actually like to do this as a walkthrough. But when you have 90 topics, right, you can take those 90 topics and ask ChatGPT 3 to 5 different ways per topic that you can release it on social media. So if you have now 90 topics and you're asking ChatGPT 5 different ways per topic for you to release it to social media, that's 90 times 5. Somebody do the math. But that's what, like nearly a year's worth of content. That's how you can create content in a year and not ever run out of ideas. There's a lot of you in here where you get started, you get a lot of steam, you start posting the content, and then you run out of ideas. I don't know what to post. I just gave you a strategy for you to have a year's worth of content. Now, some of you in here, if you're like, that sounds like a lot, can you just do it for me? Yes, I can, actually. I already did. I have a content calendar. Hey, Bernadette. I have a content calendar called 365 Days of Content Ideas, where every day I tell you what to post, including when to sell to your audience. So if you want to get access to that calendar, you can actually join us in the Content to Cash Challenge, right? In the Convert Content to Cash Challenge, because the calendar itself is $97, right? Actually, I guess you could just buy the calendar by itself if you want to. If you want the calendar by itself, you can actually access the resources in my bio, right? But the calendar works so much better when you join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge. Why? Because we actually walk you through it. Sometimes people get the calendar and they're like, thank you, this is amazing. But what about having the accountability to walk through the calendar? What about having the accountability to be able to create the content and sell to your audience? What about having the accountability of, okay, what do I say to even get people to buy? Sometimes some of you just need the content, but then some of you, you can have the content, but you still don't know what to say to get people to buy from you without sounding salesy, without feeling icky, without feeling slimy, right? So that's what we help you with in the challenge. So if you want to join us, you can DM the word challenge accepted, whether you're on Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn. If you're on YouTube, I'll drop the link in the chat so you can get access to it. I just got to get the link in a little bit, right? All right. So we have our content pillars and we have our content topics. And here's the most important part now is after you have all of that, you now want to speak your dream client's language. You want to speak your dream client's language. If you are not speaking your dream client's language, you might as well just welcome the crickets, right? Because they're not going to listen to you and they're not going to buy from you. So speak your dream client's language. I want to give you an example of this. I have a former client. Her name is Cassandra. She's a single mom. She works full-time for herself, right? And what she does is she helps to bridge the gap between schools and children with special needs, right? So she helps you she helps you with your child who has special needs receive the resources that they need to thrive in school. And before she started working with me, she's putting out content. It was great, it was engaging, but nobody was engaging back, right? And what I did was I showed her how to speak her dream client's language. Guess what happened next? She started posting her content and she started reaching more people. But not only did it work for her content, she also started going into the schools and speaking her dream client's language. Guess what happened next? She built a six-figure business. Go ahead, Cassandra. Of course, she had more than just the strategies I taught her, but it was the fact that she was speaking her dream client's language. There was no doubt in her mind that she was reaching her audience. How many of you right now, you know for a fact that you're reaching your audience? You're seeing the DMs come in where they're asking about your offer. You're seeing them engage on your posts where they're telling you, how can I buy from you? If you're not getting that, then I do want to encourage you to join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge so that you can actually start seeing that happen in your business, right? From social media. Because right now, there's a lot of you, you're getting it through word of mouth, you're getting it through referrals. When they come to you through referrals, you're highly recommended. So they're more likely to buy. You're closing at a higher level. But on social media, they don't know you yet. So when you're putting out your content, you're just like a regular Joe Schmo to them. How can we get you to show up and show out as the expert so that now when they come to you, it's a no-brainer for them? They definitely want to buy from you, right? That's what we show you in the challenge. So if you want to get access to it, feel free to DM me the word challenge accepted. I don't know if you all can see my banner here. Is supposed to give you an option on TikTok specifically. It's supposed to give you an option to be able to just click it and just fill out your information. Then I can email it to you. But if you don't see it, let me know in the chat. I'm not sure. I don't see it on my page. TikTok said it was there, but I don't see it on my page. Right. But yeah, you could just, if you don't see it, let me know. Just let me know in the chat if you see anything on my page where it says you can click it and fill out your email and I can send you the challenge directly. Right. That will help me a lot because I'm trying to use their new lead form and I just don't see it. All right. So speaking your dream client's language, right? When Cassandra did it, okay, Vernita says, I don't see it. I don't know. They said that it popped up. Let me try again. This is just for TikTok, y'all. So give me a second. Let me try. Okay. Now, oh, you know what? It only lasts for 30 seconds. That's why. That's interesting. Okay, so it's there now. So you can actually just, I guess it just says DM me challenge accepted. I don't know. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I don't know if that's going to be the best way, but I'm trying, y'all. Okay, so let me move on to the next thing, right? So speaking your dream client's language. As I said, with Cassandra, when she did this, she was able to, thank you, Kwanda. She was able to hit six figures in her business because now she was confident with speaking her dream client's language, right? So how can you speak your dream client's language? Well, now that you have your content pillars, now that you have your content topics, the next thing is to ask chat. Thank you, Shannon. The next thing is to ask chat, what is the exact situation that your dream client is in? What is the exact situation that your dream client is in? Some of you are like, what are you talking about? What I'm talking about is being able to speak, excuse me, what I'm talking about is being able to hook your audience within the first 3 seconds of your video by calling out an exact situation that they are in. We call this situational hooks, right? So if you are a relationship coach, instead of you saying something like, if you've been single all your life, although that sounds like really horrible marketing, please don't ever say that. You can say something like, if you have been scrolling through these dating sites and people aren't really reaching out to you, here's how I can help you, right? So that hook allows you to speak directly into their situation. So we call them situational hooks. If you train your chat or Centra, whatever AI tool you're using, if you train it to do that for you, you will always have pop-in hooks. Yes, I said pop-in. I grew up in the 90s, the early 2000s. Yes, I said that, right? So you will always have pop-in hooks if you train your AI to give you the exact situations your audience is in so you can speak their language. Your goal when you're creating your content is to get your audience to say, oh my goodness, you are in my head. You are in my head. If they're not saying that to you, you're not getting sales yet. it's going to be really hard to sell to them, right? So I had a client, Dr. Karen, who actually did this. So she's a real estate broker, and her goal was to help real estate agents be able to hit their first six figures or make their next six figures, right? But before she started working with me, she was creating content on Instagram specifically, and ain't nobody was checking for her. She felt like she was all over the place. She felt like she didn't know what to post to get people to engage with her. She didn't know what to post to get people to buy from her. And so we walked her through this strategy, right? We showed her how to speak directly to her real estate agents. And guess what happened? Sis got two sales that I could think of, right? I mean, we helped her to build her offer. So now she's getting more sales. I even refer people to her because now she's speaking directly to her dream client. So if you recognize that you're not getting the sales that you want, so let's say your sales goal was to get 10 people to sign up for your offer, but all you got was one. How can we shift that so that now you're speaking to your dream clients and you can actually get all 10? Because I want you to imagine, what would it feel like for you to get all 10 in that 1 month I'm talking about? I'm not talking about 10 in 6 months. I'm talking about 10 new sales from social media in 1 month. How would that shift your business? What would that do for you? Does that mean that your business has now increased? Does that mean that you're now hitting 20K months, 30K months? How would that shift your business? For one of my clients, Christina, when we helped her to get 10 sales in 1 month, guess what? She was able to go to Bali. Why is that? Well, one is because her offer is $5,000, right? So 5 times 10, that's 50K. Okay. So our goal is to help you to sell your high ticket offers, to reach your audience. Now, here's the thing: when you're showing up on social media, and you want to sell your high ticket offers, you're not selling it the same way you're selling a low ticket offer. A low ticket offer is anything under $1,000. You can literally go live and tell people to buy from you, and they will. But when you're selling high ticket, you need to have multiple touch points with your audience so that they can buy from you. And we show you how you can do that when you're in the challenge. Why? Because our goal is to show you a six-figure content strategy that will resonate with your audience. No more putting out content that gets crickets. No more putting out content that when you ask people to buy, they tell you they can't afford it. And no more putting out content where you tell people to head to your link and they head to your link and then they get lost in your website. No more of that. Instead, you could put out content that's going to get people to slide into your DMs and ask how they can work with you. You can put out content that's going to get people to comment under your post, I want to work with you. How much different would your social media efforts be if you were constantly getting sales each time you post? Yesterday, I had a meeting with someone, and this is my first time meeting them, right? Well, second time meeting them. And the person said to me, oh my goodness, I just saw your video pop up on Instagram before I came into this meeting. So you're doing something right. Can I be real with y'all? I have not posted a video on Instagram in 4 months. I checked out my TikTok analytics the other day. Turns out I was reaching 8,000 people with my TikTok videos. Can I be real with you? I haven't posted a TikTok video in about 4 months, maybe 2 months, in 2 months. Our goal in the challenge is to show you how to create content that keeps on reaching your audience even when you're no longer posting. How you can reach your audience and get sales when you're on vacation. How you can put out one video and it continues to bring in leads even when you're sleeping. That's what we call evergreen content. And that's what this strategy is. And that's what we show you in the challenge. Why? Because video content doesn't go away. Unlike a carousel, unlike a post, unlike a newsletter, the lifeline on a video content is forever. So you can have videos from 2 years ago that are getting pushed right now. And imagine that it has the right message targeting the right audience. You can get sales from a video you put out 2 years ago. And you're thinking to yourself, how did they see this? I have a friend right now, I don't know if she's still on right now, but my girl Kwanda, building a business with God. That's what she does with her content. People are seeing her content she put out 2 years ago. They are seeing her and they're still, hey, you got this offer? Are you still selling this? Right? So she could attest to that evergreen content strategy. It is magnificent. So if you're in here and you're like, I'm a service provider, I'm a business owner, I'm a coach, And I'm tired of trying to figure out how to do social media. I'm tired of just posting and barely anyone seeing my content. I'm tired of just going live and barely anyone is showing up. What can I do differently that's actually going to bring in the sales? Well, you can DM me the word challenge accepted and I'll show you. Our goal again is to show you how to create content that sells in 5 days or less. Now, here's the thing. We have our challenge going on right now. So if you sign up for the challenge, this is actually going to be for July. So July's challenge dates are July 7th to July 11th. That's our next challenge date, July 7th to July 11th. But here's the thing. If you sign up for the challenge today, you'll get access to our early VIP mixer, which means that you don't have to wait till July 7th just to meet with me. I'll meet with you in advance for the mixer, but the mixer is only open to the first 5 people to sign up for VIP. That's it. The first 5 people to sign up for VIP, you'll be able to join us in this mixer. You'll be able to join us early. And our goal is to build rapport with you and help you to build momentum so that when the challenge launches, guess what? You take off. We've had clients come into the challenge and make $750 in just 3 days. The challenge VIP ticket is only $297. So the person who came in and made $750 in 3 days made a profit in the challenge. How much worth it was that for her? We've had people come into the challenge who didn't know how to get leads and walk away with 30 leads in 1 day. What would 30 leads do for your business? If you were able to walk away with 30 leads in 1 day, would you be able to convert them? If you're confident that you can convert those leads, then join us in the challenge so we can show you how to get those leads. We've had people walk away with 3 sales in the challenge, all because they put the strategies to work and it worked for them. Now, here's the thing. Not all of you will walk away with sales and leads. I can't promise that. Like, none of that is guaranteed. But what I can promise is that you will have transformation. That transformation will either be your confidence is built so you can actually show up live, right? You no longer feel like an imposter, so you can actually post the video content. You now have clarity, so you know what to say in your videos to get people to follow you and buy from you. And you now know what content to create that's actually going to reach your dream clients. Those are the transformations that we can definitely guarantee when you sign up for the VIP. We also have another level, which is our diamond experience level. And I don't know if Keith, if you're still in here, but Keith, blank page to author, him and his wife signed up for our diamond experience level. And in the diamond experience level, you don't have to wait for the VIP mixer. You get to sign up for a one-on-one session with me. It is an elite marketing session, 30 minutes. And in 30 minutes, we help you to get clear on who you're reaching, what their pain points are, what their desires are, and the content to create in order to reach them. There were some of you where you've been trying to figure this out for months, but actually it only takes 30 minutes. Did you hear me? It only takes 30 minutes just to figure that out. Yep, Keith just wrote it in the chat. He said, yes, we love it, right? So if you're in here and you're like, that's exactly what I desire, that's what I need, because I've been posting content with a blindfold on. It feels like I'm putting out content and, I'm reaching my mama and I'm reaching my friends, but I'm not reaching anyone beyond that. We want to show you how to shift that in a challenge. You don't have to be busting your brain trying to figure this out for months. It only takes 30 minutes, right? Yep. Okay. So Keith wrote, we were shooting too wide with our dream client, but you helped us to get targeted. That is the fastest way to get sales on social media, to have a specific target for your audience. So thank you for writing that in the chat. Hey, Laura. Star, you just came up on my FYP for the first time. Thank you, Laura. That means what I'm doing is working. Also, I have to give a shout out to Keith because he is loving this video for me and it's getting it pushed out. So thank y'all for who are liking it, but I can see like who's liking it. So that's good. Oh yes, Laura said I took the challenge and I got I landed 2 more clients. Come on now. Congratulations. I got to take a screenshot of that. Okay, awesome. So I want to give you, I'm going to do a quick reset and then I'll move on to the next thing, right? So I'm talking about how I use AI to plan 30 days of content. How I use AI to plan 30 days of content. I talked about the first thing was direction, giving your chat GPT a direction, right? And then chat GPT giving you direction for your content. That is identifying your content pillars, your content topics, and speaking your dream client's language. That's the first part. The second part is reflection. Reflection. Reflect on what is actually holding you back. Here's the thing, I can give you all the tips in the world. I can give you all the strategies in the world. But if you don't get out of your own way, you're never going to reach the people you were called to reach. There are some of you right now, the reason why you're not going live and the reason why you're not putting out your content is because you think that what if people find me out? What if I can't really be able to help them? Never mind the fact that you're already getting sales in your business. I've been there. I remember about 2 years ago, I made $17,000 in 1 month. At that time, that was the most I ever made in 1 month, just from posting content, by the way. I did not run ads and I didn't even do any other speaking engagements. All I did was show up for my audience and I posted content and I went live. I could teach you that strategy too, right? So there I was. I had made $17,000 in my business in 1 month. And guess what? As soon as the last money cleared in my account, I heard a voice that told me, I bet you won't be able to do that again. Guess what voice that was? It was lack, it was scarcity. And for 1 month, that thing gripped my soul. It gripped my entire soul that the month went by and it was hard to sell. It was hard to scale. That's where some of you are. You may have witnessed, you may have had success in your business, and part of you is like, will I be able to do this again? Right? You're the expert in your city, in your community. But when it comes to doing it on camera in front of other people, will people understand what I'm saying? I don't want to say it the wrong way. I don't want to be judged for this. And let me just talk to my Christians a little bit. Some of you in here are Christians, and part of your business is actually speaking the word of God, right? And you're holding yourself back because you're convincing yourself you don't know the Bible enough. But I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have to minister the Bible in order for you to reach your audience. Minister your life. If you keep trying to show up beyond the stage that you're at, you're not going to reach your people. You're actually going to freeze and get stuck. So our goal is to help you get unstuck. Why? Because when you're unstuck, you can reach more people. And so for me, that month, I remember the month was getting ready to end and we still had not made any sales. And I remember thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to go to the mirror and I'm going to declare that I'm going to make $1,000 today, because I'm very much a firm believer in affirmations. Like, who in here believes affirmations? Like, if you speak an affirmation, it's going to happen, right? So that's what I was thinking. I'm going to go to the mirror and I'm going to speak this affirmation. I'm making $1,000 today. And I went to that mirror and I looked at myself and I opened my mouth. And what came out was, in the name of Jesus, I denounce lack and scarcity. And I come into alignment with what heaven has declared about me and my finances. Do you know that after I finished saying that, the next day, I made $1,000. The day after that, I made $5,000. I brought in $6,500 in less than a week. Had I declared that I was making $1,000, I would have missed out on my blessings. But the number one thing I had to do was get out of my own way. I had to stop believing the lies that I wasn't good enough. I had to stop believing the lies that people weren't going to like what I had to say. And I had to stop believing the lies that people weren't going to pay me the big bucks. What lie are you believing that's hindering you from showing up on live video? What lie are you believing that's hindering you from showing up in your content? And how can you let it go today? When you are reflecting, I want you to think about what is really holding you back. Some of you, you are comfy with getting sales through word of mouth and referrals because you don't got to do most of the marketing work. You don't got to do the outreach. You just serve your audience and people just recommend them. They're just coming to you. But now when you come to social media, it's a whole different ballgame because you got to put yourself out there in a way that you've never done before. Video, there's a certain level of vulnerability that has to be in your video to reach your audience. And that scares you. Because what if people see me and they don't like me? Those are the things that we help you to overcome in the challenge. Because if you keep doubting yourself, you will put out content that has energy of doubt and your audience won't buy from you. So if this is hitting home for you, and you're like, that's exactly what I need. I mean, more than strategy. I need to get out of my own way. I need to release the stories, release the limiting beliefs so I can actually reach my audience on a larger scale because I've been called to more. There are some of you on here right now, you have not been called to reach one person. And yet you keep telling yourself, well, if I can just reach one person, that's settling. That's lowering your standards. You were called to reach the masses. You were called to make an impact on a larger scale. You were called to Essence Feds, to TED Talks, to iHeartRadio, you name it, you were called to it. But you're shrinking because you're wondering if they truly see you, will you be able to serve them? But I'm here to tell you, if you're ready, take my hand and join us in a challenge so we can help you to overcome that. I was talking to someone yesterday and I was telling her, yeah, you're doing great. This is amazing. This is amazing. We identified her content topic, and instantly, as she thought about it's time for me to start posting, imposter syndrome popped up. And I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's this imposter syndrome coming from? And in that moment, we were able to break it off of her enough so that she can move forward. Why? Because there are people waiting for her, just like there are people waiting for you. I want you to think about your offer. And now imagine no one seeing it. How many lives could you change if no one sees your offer? I want you to think about your offer again. And now imagine only 5 people seeing it. You just changed 5 people's lives. I want you to think about your offer one more time. And now imagine 5,000 people seeing it. You just changed 5,000 people's lives. That's the impact you're called to, and so much more. But you can only get there if you get out of your own way. So will you join us in a challenge on July 7th so we can show you how to let go of the limiting beliefs that are hindering you from showing up on camera? Will you join us on July 7th so we can show you how to truly reach your audience, where you can show up on video with a certain level of vulnerability and intimacy to call the people who have been waiting for you? Will you join us in the challenge so we can show you how you can build wealth in your business by just putting out video content? If you said yes to all of that, just DM me the word challenge accepted, and I will personally send you an invite to the challenge. The challenge is not for the faint of heart. The challenge is for the business owner where you're ready to scale. You've tried ads, you've tried word of mouth way too long now. And now you're ready to make an impact on a larger scale. Let us help you in just 5 days, starting July 7th. Just DM me the word challenge accepted, and I'll personally send you an invite. All right, so we got 2 down. I'm showing you how I use AI to plan 30 days of content. The first one was direction, giving your AI direction so that it is now giving you the answers that will help your audience, identifying your content pillars, topics, and speaking your dream client's language. The second one was reflection. What is it that's hindering you from showing up? Because it doesn't matter how many strategies you get, how many tactics you learn. If you don't get out your own way, you'll never show up to serve your audience. And number 3, conversion, of course. As I told you, the goal is to create content that sells. You should never put out content unless it's going to sell. You should never just start posting on social media unless you have a strategy for conversions, right? So conversion. If you're still putting out content and every time you ask people, if you're still putting out content and then you're telling people to head to the link, okay, what's going to happen is, first of all, some of these platforms are going to start limiting your reach if you're telling people to do that, right? They're going to start limiting your reach. Why? Because their goal is to keep people on the platform as long as possible. So if you tell them, oh, head to my bio and do this, they may not push your content as much. That's one. Number 2, it's way too many steps. You're telling your audience, head to my link, right? And guess what? They head there and then they get lost there. That's why you can see your clicks go up, but your checkout is not changing because they're getting lost there. So what's another strategy that you can use in order to convert? DM marketing. DM marketing. It is one of my favorite ways. Why? Especially when you're selling high ticket. I already talked about this. I said you got to have touch points when you're selling high ticket. So high ticket is anything over $1,000. That's high ticket. Anything over $1,000, it now becomes an emotional decision for your audience to make in order for them to buy. If it's $27, it's just like, okay, yeah, I'll just lump that in with my coffee. But when it's like $5,000, when it's $10,000, now that's an emotional decision. So when you're putting out content, the content should hit the emotional triggers so that they will want to buy. Your DM marketing now allows you to have conversation. So there's some of you on here where you're obsessed with getting views because you think the more views, the better your content is doing. But your views don't equal dollars. Comments do. So your goal is to get people to comment on your page. Why? Because comments lead to, what is it? Oh, I'm blanking on it. Comments lead to conversations. Conversations lead to conversions. When you are selling high ticket, your goal is to have as many conversations so that your audience could actually convert. If you're not having conversations with your audience, well, that's why they're not converting. See, you thought I could just post the content, they will come, they will buy. That's what happened with so-and-so. That's what happened with so-and-so. But what so-and-so didn't tell you is that they have a sales system set up. And part of that sales system is to have a conversation with their audience. So if you're selling $1,000, $1,500, $5,000, $20,000, we have to increase your touch points on social media so that your audience will feel safe giving you that much money. And it's not just giving it to you, like they're investing in themselves through you, but they got to know that it's going to a person who's really going to help. Because there are real scammers out here. There are. I haven't met them, thank God, right? But there are real people out here where you will invest in their services and you won't see them again. So you want to show your audience that you can be trusted, and you do that through conversation. Now, some of you listening to me right now, you're like, this is amazing, but I feel awkward in the DMs. Who am I talking to right now? Where you want to do DM marketing, but you feel awkward in the DMs because it feels like you're bothering people. Oh, thank you, Duina. Duina said the challenge is only for the ones who are ready to grow their business. That part. Right. So there's some of you in here where you feel awkward in the DMs because when it comes to you to DM and you feel like you're talking to strangers or you feel like you're bothering them. Like when you think about writing the message, it's like, oh, but I don't want to bother them. What if your next sale comes from your DM? What if your next $10,000 comes from your DM? That is how I was able to build my business to 6 figures. All because I was DMing my people, not cold DMs, right? I'm not talking about cold DMs because there's some of you where you're like, oh, that's icky. I tried cold DMs, by the way, did not work for my brand. Kudos to the people who know how to do that. I'm talking about warm DMs. I'm talking about the DMs where you get to put out the content. You tell people to honor your call to action. They honor your call to action and you slide in their DMs and start having a conversation with them. Those are the DMs that I'm talking about. It's a lot better because they already have a relationship with your content. So you now sliding in their DMs becomes natural. But if you don't know how to have a natural conversation and you're talking in the DMs and then it gets awkward, you're not going to get the sale. So what we show you in the challenge is how you can actually have a natural conversation that leads into the sale. That's it, in your DMs. So you don't feel icky, that person doesn't feel awkward, and they don't hit unfollow because you said the wrong thing. How many of you would love to have conversations with your audience in a way that actually leads to sales? Instead of you telling them, head to your link, you can actually tell them, you can actually have conversation with them in the DMs and guide them through the sales process. How much more could you convert? If you're already great at converting on your sales calls and you're already great at converting one-to-one, how much more could you convert if you were great at converting them in your DMs as well? I'm going to tell you right now, you can convert 10 times more because one-to-one on a sales call or pretty much one-to-one on a sales call, you can only reach one person at a time. But in the DMs, you can reach 20 people at one time, just having conversations with them. This is why I like texting. I'm from the generation where texting blew up when I was in high school. So I'm accustomed to texting. You call me on the phone, I'm not going to answer. You send me a text, I could text you and do something else at the same time. So you doing DM marketing is not going to take away from your clients. It's not going to take away from you raising your children. It's just like an extension of texting. So you'll be texting and doing other things at the same time. But guess what? It is in you texting that you'll be able to get those sales. So if you are in here and you're like, that's exactly what I was missing. Hey, Siobhan, thank you for joining us, honey. Right? That's exactly what I was missing. All this time, I'm putting out content and I'm telling people, here's how you can buy from me. But the biggest thing that I was missing was the DMing part. That's why they weren't converting. Let us show you how to do that in the challenge, right? You can join us by DMing me the word challenge accepted. I'll drop this on LinkedIn again. This is such a weird, excuse me, not on LinkedIn, on TikTok again, but I'll pin my, oh, wait, I think it got unpinned. My bad, y'all. I'm trying my best. Okay, there it goes. So you can actually just DM me the word challenge accepted on TikTok. If you are on Instagram, LinkedIn, you can DM me the word challenge accepted as well. And on YouTube, I already dropped the link in the chat. So if you want to get it there, you can get it there to join us in the challenge, right? And we show you a full social media marketing strategy so that you can get your audience from just watching your videos to actually profiting from your videos, right? So they're watching now, but how could you profit from it? That's what we show you in the challenge, how you can reach your dream clients, how you can create content consistently, never run out of ideas, and how you can sell to them without sounding salesy, but move them through your sales process seamlessly. So if you're accustomed to getting your sales through word of mouth and referrals, and you now want to shift, not even just shift in the sense that you're not stopping word of mouth and referrals. You want to keep that up. You just want to add another source of consistent lead gen and sales, then social media can help you with that, right? So who the challenge is for? The challenge is for the coach where you're already at 6 figures and you already have an audience on social media. So you have 1,000 followers, 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers and beyond, but you don't know how to convert them into customers. We helped Kelly do this, and in 1 month, she got 6 sales. Could you imagine? She had 30,000 followers and so many leads. She would always tell them, hey, if you want to buy, do this. But they would take the first step, but not the second step. We walked her through how she can do the second step. She got 6 sales in 1 month. Think about that, right? This challenge is also for the business owner where you're capped between 8 to 10K months, right? So you want to scale your business, but you know what to do when you're offline to get sales. You don't know what to do when you're online to get sales. You can't even fathom, like, what is the process? What is the strategy? That's what we show you in the challenge. So if you're like, okay, I'm ready to add this strategy so I can have a new pipeline of leads, a new pipeline of sales, then this challenge is for you. And then the challenge is also for the coach where you're already successful. But here's the thing, money is not your issue. Sales is not your issue. Your issue is visibility. Barely anyone knows you. They know you in your inner circle. They know you in your city. You're making local impact, but you're ready to make massive impact. You're ready for more people to know your name. You're ready to be on bigger stages. You're ready to be on high profile podcasts. You just don't know how to get there. And I want to show you how you can get there in the 5-day challenge. So if you're up for the challenge, DM me the word challenge accepted, and we will go ahead and send you a personal invite to the challenge so that you can join us on July 7th, right? Here's the thing, July 7th to some of you seems so far away. But when you join us as a VIP member or a Diamond Experience member, you automatically get added to our membership vault, and you get to experience bonuses such as the 365 days of content ideas. So the strategy I walked you through today, you actually don't have to go through it again because I already did it for you. You just take that content calendar, start putting out the content. We walk you through we have master classes that will help you to use call to actions that will actually convert for you. There's some of you right now, you hear the gurus telling you to put out call to actions, and you're telling people like, comment, save, share. And what's happening is they're getting lost. They're getting lost. They don't know what to do. We show you how you can put out call to actions that would actually get your audience to respond, right? So those are some of the things that you get access to before you join the challenge. Excuse me, before the challenge starts. Hey, Janine, how you doing, honey? Another part of it, if you join us in the VIP experience and you are one of the first five people to sign up, you get to join us in the early VIP mixer. This VIP mixer allows us to connect with you personally. I am definitely a coach where we show up for you. Why? Because I know what it's like to join a program and then you never see the coach again. So we don't do that. Even though the challenge is just 5 days, I make sure that in this mixer, I'm showing up for you. I'm meeting you personally. I'm understanding your needs and helping you to gain that momentum so that you can be able to thrive in the challenge. The reason why our clients are able to get amazing results in just 5 days is because we're walking them through every step of the way. So you don't have to worry about anyone leaving your side, anyone not being with you. We'll be with you every step of the way. If you join us for the Diamond Experience, you actually get a complimentary one-on-one elite content strategy session with me. This session is only 30 minutes, but in just 30 minutes, we clarify your dream client, your messaging, and your content that you're going to create for them. We give you a content strategy. It only takes 30 minutes to do that. Why? One, because we're so good at what we do, but number two, we know what works. We've been doing this for many years now. So we know what works for your audience. There are some of you in here where you're like, could this work for my business? I'll tell you right now, the challenge works for any business that is a service. If you are providing a service like you are a coach, or you have a membership community, or you are a consultant, or you work in insurance, even if you have a hair salon or a spa, the challenge will work for you. Why? Because our goal is to help service providers be able to reach their audience online and sell. But in order for you to get access to these bonuses, you got to join us. So DM me the word challenge accepted so that you can actually choose which one you want to be part of, VIP or the Diamond Experience. Both are amazing, but both are for different level business owners. The Diamond Experience is only for the business owners where you value exclusivity, which means you value being with the coach one-on-one. You value getting fast results in the session. And as a part of the Diamond Experience, you actually get to go live with my audience. So there's some of you where you're like, oh, I don't want to do all this building thing, right? So one thing we offer you is to go live. You get to sell to my audience. We help you with your messaging, and then you get ready to sell. All of this in just 5 days? Yes. Why? Because we know that who we're servicing are high performers and high achievers. You're ambitious already. And you know you want to get to the next level. In order for you to get to the next level, it takes an aggressive strategy. And that's what we give you. Keith says it's the no nonsense, direct focus on who your dream client is and how to dial it in beneficial. And that's because Keith and Vanessa, they both joined the Diamond Experience level. We had their session last week. They're in the challenge this week. And they were able to get so much clarity. Like, this is who we need to speak to. This is what we need to do. Right? I'm not sure if Deweyna's still here. Hey, Barry, thanks so much for typing that. I'll make sure to send you the the invite to the challenge, right? I'm not sure if Deweyna's still here, but Deweyna joined us last year for the challenge, right? And she was able to gain so much in order to start putting it into action now for her content to take off. You don't have to put out content that makes you invisible. You can put out content that reaches the right audience so that you can actually convert them. So DM me the words challenge accepted if you're on Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn, and I will personally send you an invite to the challenge. You can choose what level you want to be part of. If you are on YouTube, the link is already displayed on the screen, but it's also in the comments. I'll also make sure to link the link to the comments so that you get access to it afterwards, right? And so I'll share one more thing and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. These are the 5 P's to prosperity that we teach in the challenge. So it's the 5 P's to prosperity on social media. If you're not doing these 5 P's, that's why you're not seeing the success that you want to see. Day 1, we show you how to position your brand. If your brand isn't positioned on social media, it's going to be really hard to sell and get your clients, right? There are some of you who are like, okay, Star, I'll join the challenge, but I got to find my dream clients first. So here's what's happening. You're looking for your dream clients. They're looking for you. And now you're missing each other. But what if you positioned yourself and you call them to you? That's what we show you. That's target. Next one, how to package your message in your videos using the power of storytelling. There's a lot of you out there. You have a lot of information in here, but when it comes to putting it in a 1 minute video, you can't. You get stuck. You don't know what to say. You don't know where to start. So we show you exactly how you can do that in the challenge so that now you're putting out content that reaches your audience. If you're someone who's on YouTube and you want to join the challenge, we do teach you video content specifically for YouTube, right? It's going to slightly differ because you may be putting out longer form content, but if you want to do YouTube shorts, the challenge will also help you too. All right. Day 3, we show you how to produce a 6-figure content strategy. Why is this important? Because if you are selling high ticket, it's not enough just to post your content and tell people to head to your bio. You got to have enough touch points in order to convert at a high ticket level. You also have to reach the right dream clients, which is premium buyers, in order for them to buy from you. You cannot be putting out messaging to low effort or low ticket people if you're selling high ticket. So we show you how to shift your language just to speak to the premium buyer. Day 4, we show you how to present your offer in your videos so that now you can sell confidently without sounding salesy, without feeling icky, without feeling slimy. Ooh, oh my goodness, the worst feeling ever, right? Instead, we show you how to sell and we help your audience to buy from you. You'll learn that in the challenge. How do we help them to buy from you? There's certain things you can say in your videos that will help your audience to buy from you. And then day 5, we show you how to profit from your videos. The goal when you join the challenge is for you to learn how to create predictable 5-figure months. I've done it. I remember when I first started doing it, I knew every month I was going to be making $10,000 in my business from the strategy that I had. We had one of our artists who joined us, right? She paints and she sells her artwork. And she said to me, Star, before I started working with you, I didn't know what videos got my audience to buy. But now I know what videos to post that gets my audience to buy. That type of clarity. How many of you in here would love to know what video to post to get your audience to buy, what video to post to get your audience to comment, and what video to post to get your audience to follow? That type of clarity is what we teach in the challenge. So if you're like, that's me, that's what I want, DM me the word challenge accepted, and I'll personally send you an invite. So that's what I have for you today. We just talked about how I use AI to plan 30 days of content. If you missed this, you can feel free to get the replay on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is type in Book of Star, or you can head back to my bio, click YouTube so that you can get access to the replay. Tomorrow, oops, I don't have my topic for tomorrow. Let me just pull it up real quick. Tomorrow, I'll be back again at 9 a.m. Eastern, and I'm going to be talking about how to create content for, let me make sure, actually, I don't want to say that, that's not it. Yep, how to create content that gets clients. That's what we're talking about tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. How to create content that gets clients. My goal with these live videos is to teach them like they are master classes, so that when you are selling, you feel confident, and when you're creating content, you feel confident to reach your audience. Y'all have a great day. Thank you, Janine, for joining me on YouTube too. You are such a gem.